What about industry in the Moravian-Silesian region?
The Moravian-Silesian region has spent 20 difficult years restructuring its economic base around heavy industry. It's now no longer only a region of coal, steel, and heavy industry.
But fortunately, the production of coal, steel, and machinery are still going on. But it looks very different today than 20 years ago.
Companies manufacture less, employ fewer people, and pollute less. They have better productivity, technology, and quality. They're under new ownership, and with it, under new company names. The present and near future belong to them. It's the more distant future that is still somewhat unclear.
The mining of coal in the Karvina region will probably finish within 20 years. This will be visible in the development of the follow-up areas of metallurgy and engineering, and also in employment.
And we have to replace future fallout in traditional industrial areas with new fields with a high added value. The hard part is to know which ones these will be.
I know about one, and it's a perfect example. We're becoming an important part of the world of automobile manufacturing. Our flagship in this area is Hyundai in Noszowice. Unfortunately, our own historical Tatra brand is not part of the resurgence in this area.
On the other hand, we have enough companies here which know how to push themselves through as excellent suppliers in the automobile world. Autopal, Brano, and we could certainly find others.
We don't need to know exactly what the jobs of the future will be, but we can bet that they will have a lot to do with information technology and with health. And it's here that we should turn our attention to.
Are you thinking of the supercomputer at the Technical University of Ostrava?
Not only that, in order for the university to be granted that supercomputer, they had to develop an excellent education system and applied research in the field. We have an IT cluster here, where the majority of important companies from the business arena cooperate.
And we can't forget that each success has its leader. And every leader must have an environment in which he can make use of his talent.
Without a doubt, the current rector of the Technical University of Ostrava, Professor Vondrak, is such a leader. Add the invaluable agreement of key politicians in the region to this, and the possibility to take advantage of European funds, and you have a recipe for success.
Now, it will have to do with exploiting the exciting possibilities of the supercomputer and applying that towards the development of local industry.
And if it's dealing with health, we have another interesting investment here. It's the Israeli company Teva in Komarov near Opava.
It seems that we can continue to be an industrial region, even if that means in a significantly different way than from the past.
We can be proud of this tradition and confident of the present and future. We mustn't lose the opportunity for prosperity that this provides.
Which questions will we together find answers to in the area of competitive industry?
What can we do together for maintaining and developing the competitiveness of industry in the Moravian-Silesian region?
Do we know how to select industrial sectors or cutting through defined fields for which our region can be attractive in the mid or longer term for entrepreneurship and the creation of work opportunities? If so, how to select them? If not, why not?
How do we increase the attractiveness of the region for current as well as new entrepreneurs and investors?
How do we increase the share of innovation in industrial companies, including mid-size and smaller companies? What should be done to increase the share of students whose professional ideal is the establishment and development of their own company, preferably technological, innovative, and expanding?
And what's the best way to support them in starting this ideal? Is it more effective to develop the cooperation of companies in the industrial cluster or supplier chains? What works well in our clusters and what works less well, and how to improve that?
Can we do more towards discovering and taking advantage of talented students for industry and applied research? If so, what?
What will we do to ensure that professionally and personally prepared employees can join industrial companies?
Will the Observatory of the Competitiveness in the Labor Market be an instrument to improve the imbalance between supply and demand on the work market in the Moravian-Silesian region? What can we do to make it happen?
Are we able to take advantage of the potential of experienced experts at pre-retirement and retirement age towards increasing the attractiveness and improving the quality of technical and crafts-based education from kindergarten to university?
Are the key Moravian-Silesian employment pact projects reacting to the most important problems and needs of employers?